Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube channel. You know, you really should be working, and your boss knows it, but we'll let you stick around. That is, unless you have a problem with, like, bad language and that kind of thing. We get a little salty, as my father might say. It's me and my best friends sitting around talking about comic books and TV and movies and toys and Star Trek and Star Wars and all that stuff. So join us, geekshowpodcast.com.
General Award, Kardashian, West.
Hold on, I'm going to take care of this like a real American.
And they're not showing you the movie.
Geekshow!
Thanks a lot. We're going to get fucking letters.
It's what?
Just a guy standing in the background going,
Yeah. No! Shaking your head.
No. Geekshowpodcast.com.
Welcome back to the basement.
Woo!
Yes.
You betcha.
Basement time.
It's bright in here. Got to put on these Geek Show glasses.
I think I'm going to be slapping those on in a little bit, too.
Yeah. I got the tequila brights going.
Thanks, Patron. Let's introduce the panel. Producer, designated driver, Quad T.
Tony. Hey, guys. This is a really dramatic pause. I couldn't handle it anymore.
I'm relishing it, as Mark Hamill should have.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the Tim Curry in a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I see you, Shiva, with anticipation.
Oh, you got me. It's good to be here.
Hey,
Hey.
what you got?
I got a Twitter.
Yes, you do.
At Quad T Tony. And if you want to hear about some gadgets and video games, I got the Gadget Spot podcast with myself, Jaron Owen, and Excitable James. Woo! We're on the iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and Stitcher.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's it?
That's
Okay.
it. I'm
Thank
done.
you. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, I got one more thing.
What's that?
Show me what you got.
I forgot last episode to pull this out. Ba-blam! I got
the hell?
a really big bag of gummy sour candies from IKEA.
It's like your mom
You
packed
gotta-
your lunch.
You got to watch out for the gummies from IKEA, though.
Oh, they're so
No,
good.
I know as a parent,
throw,
no
like,
parent
salt
would
on
pack
them?
that as a lunch.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're not salty. They're
of them are.
soury.
Like someone, I think diabetes packed that lunch.
No, you guys need to try these. I got all kinds of flavors in here. They're really good.
I'm good.
I got this one's shaped like lips. It's so good.
I can't. There's boiled cow part in there.
Oh yeah, none for Leigh. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is like a 5-pound bag of fucking gummies.
I know.
All right.
Pass them around.
That's a lot.
Show me what you got.
I've had this, the little skull guy, before.
Dip it in your Patron.
Well, then it'll just be candy Patron.
All right. Thank you. Shannon Bartson, everyone.
Hey,
Hey, let's see. According to my calculations, you're back at the Sev
I
this
want
week.
to talk about that.
Okay, sorry.
That's not why he's here.
We don't talk about that.
But even then,
according to my calculations, he's on his third shot of Boca Patron Silver.
I am a Roca Patron enthusiast.
Silver.
it's good, isn't it?
It's
so
good.
good.
And I've been sipping it.
I know.
Goes great with
Gummies.
Swedish skull candy.
Well, coming up in the final part of the show, the Patron XO Cafe.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
That's delicious.
Because I love booze and I love coffee.
Yes. Go
Hey,
see.
come to my goddamn
Yes.
pub quiz.
Thank you.
It's at Lucky 13. Get there at 8 o'clock. You want a table. Around the patio.
Patty?
Patio.
That one's sour.
It's fun. AJ, did you have fun the other night?
Oh, it was a great time.
See? Glowing
They lost
endorsement.
by 2 points.
That was a glowing endorsement right there.
Bullshit.
Oh, that's all they do in Denver. They golf and they go to pub quizzes all the time.
That's all they do here, too.
Essentially. All right.
So, yeah.
Lee George
That's my
Cade,
deal.
everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Is your coloring book on Amazon?
There's all kinds of stuff going on. If you want to eat, come to the restaurant. Fish Eatery, 145 East, 1300 South, Suite 201. We're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And, if you want to hang out, talk about fitness, Geek Show Fit, like 1,000 people cheering each other on.
Yes.
And great coloring book, at least in my mom's opinion, Grimley's Beastly Oddities on Amazon.
Just Leigh, Cade, K-A-D-E.
K-A-D-E. It's coloring pages with stories because, frankly, I think just regular coloring books are for sissies.
Wow.
You need stories.
Bold.
I want you to read and broaden your horizons while you're coloring.
I would be shocked at how many film critics are in town who have accreditation because their mom likes their blog.
I don't know. I keep thinking I have a consultant who said he just smoke bombed into my living room. Didn't even summon him, because they're from another dimension. And he said, "You need a blog for your coloring book." It's like, no, get out of here, Chris Angel. I don't need you. Poof. Yeah, and he smoke bombed right out.
Spooky.
Mind freak.
Mind freak!
Jimmy Martin, everyone.
Hi. Watch me on KSL on the weekends right now because are all the Olympians dead yet? How long has it been? It's been a week?
It's, yeah.
No, I just...
3 of them drowned in the shit lake.
I just
man.
I just read the future feed, and the revolution has actually entered its 4th day, and all of the Olympians are hostages.
I want to watch the rowing events.
Viva Rio!
And where they're like, Tom, stop tipping the boat!
Stop it!
We're going to have like the fastest rowing times ever.
Stop splashing!
Oh, God, I got something in my mouth.
Put that cigarette out!
Tell my mom I loved her.
Tell those Germans to stop splashing!
Put that cigarette out! Shit lake could ignite any minute!
The Germans are loving it. They're like, Scheiße. Scheiße everywhere. Scheiße.
I'm back home.
I'm sorry, not all Germans like Scheiße shit. It's
Bullshits.
not true.
Oh, Scheiße.
We are like Scheiße.
Scheiße.
Yes, Scheiße. So catch me on the weekends for that one. And then also Big Movie Mouth Off, Read Me and Slug, listen to me on Mediocre and Arrow and Geek Show.
So far, the name of the episode is Not All Germans.
Not all Germans.
Not all German.
Not all
Oh,
Germans.
so true.
All right.
We have a host.
Oh, thank you.
His name is not all Germans.
Not all Germans.
It's Caddy Jackson.
He's actually opening a Scheiße Hut this weekend.
Scheiße.
Is that like a really bad Pizza Hut?
No, that's actually just a Pizza Hut.
Have a gummy, Mr. Kerry Jackson.
Oh,
It looks awful.
it really
and I
does.
love gummies.
It really does.
How does it look?
No, wait,
really
wait, Kerry. That was the last thing that's the last thing Melissa Benoist did when she went over to Shannon's house.
Ate the gummy out of the bag.
This one is a little chunk of kryptonite. So
How does it taste?
Goodbye.
Is that the name of a Spin Doctors album?
I don't know.
Little chunk of
pocket
kryptonite.
full.
He's got the same look on his face as I did when I first heard the Spin Doctors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pure joy. Pure joy.
It just looks like a trap. I don't like it.
It's
Yeah.
not. I've already eaten 3. It's not a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Don't fall for it. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I just have a dry. I just have a dry
Spitting it
mouth.
out?
Yeah.
Come on.
Just swallow it, Kerry.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Be an American. Swallow it.
I can't. I'm not a very good American.
Well, fine. You can't go to Shit Lake now.
I'm sorry. Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com. Come say hi. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, you can follow us on Twitter, @Geekshow, one word. Instagram, @Geekshow Podcast.
Instagram.
Facebook, search Geekshow, one word. Periscope, @Geekshow. Snapchat, Geekshow, one word. Follow us. I'm going to continue to release those Sci-Fi Sunday Night episodes, where you can see me and Jeff and Shannon and all that stuff.
And not me.
You were away.
I know. You waited until I moved to start that.
We got
It's
our
in my dream
merchandise.
journal. I'll have you know.
We got our merchandise available now at geekshowpodcast.com. We got the classic T-shirt. We got the flasks. They're selling well. Shot glasses for your Patron.
And if you want to freak out your HR department, it's also available at middleageboners.com.
Yes. The summer hoodie is available, and the sunglasses and hats, both a Jay and Shannon edition. Shannon is the trucker hat edition.
I don't know.
And
I'm Stunt Jay.
And what's the J one called? What's it called? Flat brim snapback.
And if you're part Yeti like me, it fits your head.
Ooh.
And cloth patches.
Nice.
Embroidered cloth patches also. All right. So,
We're like Martha Stewart.
yes. So
I'm going to make a floral arrangement out of that.
the new Star Trek. Are we far enough away from its release date that we could give a
We're about
Yeah,
2-3 weeks.
it's
now?
been 3
we could have a
weeks.
discussion
2-3
about
weeks?
it? Okay, so if you haven't seen Star Trek Beyond yet, go away
get
for a
on
bit.
it.
And Idris Elba was ruined in the commercials anyway. That's your
Yeah.
only spoiler. Boom, done.
So go away for a bit. We're going to talk about this movie. I want to get these guys' reads on it.
I saw this one. I can participate.
So you can participate. That's good.
Hold on.
Where should we start with this one?
At the beginning.
Well, first of all, if I have a drink, to Anton.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
have
else.
to say
Yeah, whatever.
That's too bad.
That's what he gets for driving a Jeep.
Wow.
That was
Oh,
harsh.
sorry, that was the tequila.
What are you? You're jeeping too? What's going on?
Yep.
That was heartless.
Like it's made of meat. Jesus.
He was made of meat, Jimmy,
The Jeep wasn't.
but Anton was.
Aren't we all made
Well,
of
so are you.
Think of an entire Jeep made of meat.
delicious?
Wow.
Even I want a bite of that.
Yeah. So to Anton for that one. Also, I will say they did Gay Sulu perfectly.
Exactly how
Everybody but Takei, it was
Guess
great.
what?
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
This is shit.
Yeah, that's how it was.
And there wasn't a wah wah or
Yeah.
anything.
The actor,
Or,
though,
here's the gay character.
Yeah, they didn't
he
like.
didn't come off like slide on a rainbow. Like, hi guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the USS Yorktown would like to have our spotlight dance with the gay Zulus.
But the actor, I don't know his name, but he's in a lot of Justin Lin movies. Who played John Cho's husband? He was in Better Luck Tomorrow, and he's in all
It
the Fast and
is.
Furious
It
movies.
is the writer, the guy who wrote it. Yeah, with Simon Pegg.
Really?
Also, there's another great
I have to look
tribute.
into that unless he wrote too, but he's also an actor.
The USS Franklin was named after Justin Lin's dad, Frank Lin.
Frank Lin.
Yeah, it's a little fun.
There's a lot of cool shit going on with this
And
movie.
the serial number on that was Nimoy's birthday.
I'm telling you, the best part of that movie is when the Enterprise ramps out of this building in Dubai and lands
Oh,
the next
so
one.
good.
I didn't see that part.
Nah, it didn't happen.
It's in the Ultimate Edition.
So I rely on you guys because, as we all know, I can't be trusted when it comes to reviewing Star Trek movies.
Into
true?
Darkness was a beautiful movie.
Because I liked Into Darkness.
it was a beautiful movie.
So did
I
I.
didn't hate Into Darkness.
I did.
But
I liked it.
so I want y'all's take first.
Third favorite Star Trek movie of all time.
Third favorite.
First.
And
Behind- behind what?
The most faithful to the spirit of Star Trek out of all of them.
I would agree.
That is true.
Out of all, even the old ones?
Yes.
Oh,
I would actually say that the classic motion pictures, the original crew motion pictures, don't feel much like Star Trek, other than the fact that it's got the Enterprise and the crew. Wrath of Khan is a great movie and still my favorite Star Trek movie.
Okay, so that's one.
And then
What's number two?
First Contact.
First
First
contact.
which I
Contact.
switch back and forth on because I think with a few more viewings, Beyond might actually bump First Contact
See,
back.
that's kind of where I'm at.
Wow,
I
really?
I really liked Beyond as well.
Beyond had something that has been missing from Star Trek for a very long time.
I know the word.
Goofy fucking optimism.
Oh, I would say hope, but yeah.
Hope, optimism, faith in the human spirit, faith in camaraderie, faith that together we'll overcome everything.
I'm honestly surprised I'm such a Star Trek fan because I am so cynical.
You know
But
what?
there's nothing wrong with cynicism
Yeah.
because the world has kind of proven you right in that cynicism.
Yeah.
But Star Trek is about you watch the original series, and even if they're beaming down to the OK Corral, there's still that fact that together they're better than
We're all
their
different.
individual
And we're
parts.
together, and we
Right.
can do it. you
And
know?
that was the theme to the entire thing. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing that the bad guy keeps saying is oh your teamwork isn't going to bring you out of anything. Your
federation.
So, and then it also reminded me of what's been missing from the last two in particular. I love the first J.J. Abrams Trek.
Oh, it's one of my
It's a
favorites.
great movie.
Yeah.
But that whole gosh gee whiz bang optimism about the future wasn't really there. It's very cold. It's very sterile. The second movie to me, it's like a platform video game. But this third one, as much as we wanted to laugh about Justin Lin doing Fast and Furious movies, this was Star Trek. This was hope. This was a future I want to live in. I want to go to the Yorktown so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because that space station was the coolest space station I've ever seen.
I
was
think we talked
amazing.
about it off mic, but and you guys didn't know. But one of my favorite characters in this one, though, is Bones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Carl
He's
Urban
always
kind of
been my
stole the
favorite.
show a little bit. And if you don't know it, he actually just did an interview where he said, "I almost dropped out of the role, just because I was done with it." I was told, Abrams, as much as I enjoy doing it, I don't think you're doing anything with the character per se. So I'm gonna bail out, because he saw another role that he was really interested in. And then I think Simon Pegg called him, told him the overview of what it was, and what he was gonna do with the character, and he's like, "Oh shit, like, yeah, that's what Bones needs to be. Like, he doesn't always have to be the wisecracker one-liner. He can actually provide help,
I was talking with Dr. Paul White, our good friend Dr. White,
Yes.
who Kerry, I'm afraid to say now after talking to him a few times about Star Trek, may have the Trek knowledge of you and I combined.
I never claimed to have much
no,
Trek knowledge.
we used to be pretty
I've
encyclopedic.
forgotten more than I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
but he pointed out that Beyond is actually a better tribute to Wrath of Khan than Into Darkness, because Idris Elba actually has some of Khan's best lines. There's at one point when he sees the Franklin come busting out of the siege ships, and he goes, "Ah, my old friend." And there's just some great stuff in it, but it did something that no Star Trek has done since. Oh my God! First Contact.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thanks, Patron. I went home and watched Star Trek, and it's been on a loop ever since.
Which just all of it, or
Anything, any good episode of any Trek, and so I'm watching good Enterprise. Yes, it's out there. DS9, which I love more than anything.
Yes.
And the good Next Gen,
And
and no Voyager.
Yeah, here's what this
Why?
movie did. Oh, Voyager is such a football. Here's what this Beyond did. It really put it in your face. The old ideas versus the new ideas, and how we need the new ideas.
Yep.
Because if we stay in the past, we're just going to continue to fuck up.
Oh, what's the whole thing with Edison? He's just an old, scared guy who's terrified of change.
Yeah.
Felt abandoned by the old ideals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just that clear, and we see it in our own country today.
Yep.
The old ideas versus the new ideas,
Yep.
and we need to embrace the new ideas
Well,
if we're
and
going to.
To be fair, the old guys don't understand the new ideas.
And that's-
they're terrifying, but neither would Edison, because Edison was the captain of the first Warp 4 ship, and that thing launched 20 years before Jonathan Archer's Enterprise did, but it was still in service when Jonathan Archer's Enterprise went out. So now all of a sudden he's dealing with the Kelvin timeline, where what's the warp capability of the new Enterprise? Warp 8, Warp 9?
I don't
right?
know.
They've
No.
got technology, universal translators, which didn't exist. That was a new thing in Enterprise. So, all these new ideas. There was no Federation when Edison launched in the Franklin. It was still Starfleet.
Yeah.
So, all these new ideas. Why would you side with the Vulcans? If you watch the first season of Enterprise, they're talking about how the Vulcans are keeping Earth grounded constantly. They're saying that the Enterprise wouldn't have been the first Warp 5 ship if the Vulcans had let them have the technology earlier. And the Vulcans are like, "You're not ready. You're too barbaric."
The scene that captured me on Beyond, once I was like, I'm in, was when Bones and Kirk are having a drink.
Yes.
And he's like,
Stole it from Chekhov's locker.
Yep.
which wasn't vodka.
No, it was whiskey.
It was whiskey. And then
Yeah.
he goes into the whole thing about whiskey. But anyway,
Chekhov's got a great line about how the Russians created whiskey.
yeah.
We invented whiskey.
And but he's sitting there and he's talking about his dad. And he's like, my dad joined this because he believed in it. I did it on a dare.
Yep.
So why am I still here?
My biggest problem with the Kelvin timeline, Kirk.
Yeah.
Yep. They
I-
addressed it.
I think it's great. And then, but I don't know if you guys have seen it. Did you see the press release about the next Star Trek film?
Yes.
No.
Who's going to be in it?
Who?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, his dad.
Oh, yeah, I did
did
see that.
And so I don't know what they're going to do, how
Probably-
to bring that in, but holy shit,
Well,
I'm excited.
We
They're probably
did,
going to bring back Spock's time travel ship somehow.
no,
Either that
the-
or we were talking about
yeah, his ship, the Kelvin, was destroyed right outside of a wormhole. So there was a temporal displacement when his ship was destroyed. When Nero comes out with his big, crazy mining
That's
ship,
right.
he comes out of a time bubble and he destroys the Kelvin. The Kelvin, we had one of the greatest episodes of Next Generation was that episode where Kelsey Grammer's ship kept destroying the Enterprise over and over and over. You could be in a time loop, and that would be some fun science fiction. This movie took chances that they haven't wanted to take. So it's like Paramount said, "Hey guys, make a good Star Trek movie," and they said, "Okay." And even the Jeff Goldblum ending didn't ruin it for me.
The Jeff Goldblum ending.
I don't get that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Playing sabotage and blowing up the alien fleet is akin to Jeff Goldblum planting a virus in the
Yeah.
mothership.
That's true.
And it could have been stupid as fuck. And instead,
but it
I'm
was
like,
cool.
I screamed.
man.
I was so
When-
fucking excited.
When the Yorktown starts playing it,
"Yep."
Oh,
and
just
they
like,
knew, and they knew it was corny because at one point, Bones says, "Are they playing classical music?"
Yeah.
If that line hadn't been there, if they hadn't have addressed the fact that it was corny as shit,
Yeah.
and played the fact that they could have been playing Surf and Bird for all I cared while they were going across those ships, but
I want to see that edit.
It was great. They
No.
really made a Star Trek movie. They
Well,
made
and-
uniforms.
and a
My
great-
favorite
No,
uniforms.
But they made a Star Trek summer blockbuster movie.
Yep.
without forgetting
It's
what Star
just a
Trek
great,
was.
great, and it was a great action movie.
Yeah.
That happened to be a Star Trek
And
movie.
guess what?
Definitely.
Shut the fuck up about the motorcycle. It makes sense.
it did.
It does.
He had a bike in the first one.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but he explains
explained
it.
where-
They explain it perfectly.
Yeah.
And Jayla, Great character.
Great. I want her.
Yeah,
I want
I
her
hope-
back.
I hope
When
she comes back.
When they
I just want
introduce Jayla, and they flat out say, "Here you go. Here's your character that doesn't need to sleep with Kirk. Here's your character that's a badass engineer."
Yeah.
And when Scotty's looking at everything she's done and going, "Oh yeah, this is cool," and she's got that amber generator that creates the traps and
You mean the Fringe ripoff?
Sure. If it works, I mean, J.J. Abrams was also executive producer on
Right.
Fringe, so his writing team was involved.
Yeah, that stuff straight
Yeah.
out of Fringe.
I
The
want
Amber.
her. I want her back on the bridge of the Enterprise.
Great. She was
In a uniform.
Yeah.
she was the villain in Kingsman.
Oh yes.
With the blade feet.
where I've
Blade
seen
feet.
her.
Yep.
I spent the whole movie with like my mouth kind of like open,
A little
with my hand-
slack-jawed.
with
I
my
just had-
hand over it. I was just like,
I just had a goofy ass grin
yeah,
on my
I was
face
just
the
like,
whole
I
time.
love this fucking movie. Like,
And
it was
There's so
really,
many
really
nods to the old one, and I'm not a huge Star Trek guy, but like when he talks about the hand,
Oh, the giant green hand.
giant green
Yeah,
hand.
The hand of Apollo, which they showed in the closing credits.
Yeah.
Yep. They also the movie you're in store for at the beginning when they send Kirk or Nixon to China basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To negotiate with these
Well,
just horrifying monsters, right? And
look
then
huge.
the sight gag
Yeah,
on that
so
was
funny.
just fantastic.
Terrific.
Well, I burst out laughing when I saw that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that being said, we all loved it. Why didn't everybody go see it?
Because they're going to go see it now.
It had a huge opening weekend and then just
It dropped 70% in its
dropped
second week.
off.
Well, I will say the marketing was shit.
The
on
marketing
it.
was shit.
And
Well, the marketing ruins the villain in one of them.
Yeah,
In
Man,
all
also-
the
that's not
commercials.
Also,
the
they-
movie team's fault.
they didn't
No.
screen it for critics.
They didn't screen Transformers to critics either. To be fair,
Well, I don't know. There's a difference. China
There-
loves Transformers.
there is a difference.
Whether our voices make or break box office, but I don't know.
No.
Well, hell, if they would have let us in, like we could talk to thousands of people. We would have we would have said this weeks ago. This is a
But
great
isn't
fucking movie.
summer box office kind of hurting this year anyway? In general, I know Suicide Squad made 150 million, but I know the Ghostbusters movie didn't perform anywhere near what they were hoping.
Ghostbusters didn't perform, but it finally made it to where they'll probably make a sequel.
It made its money, sure.
I don't know. I mean, Jungle Book crushed it.
But Jungle Book was early summer.
Finding
wasn't that long
Nemo.
ago.
Finding Nemo, but
Finding Dory.
those are family movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Finding
So your
Dory.
family movies are expected to perform, and they generally do.
Well, this summer was kind of there were a lot of flops. I mean,
Yeah.
Independence Day was a piece of shit.
Well, it was a piece of shit. Sequel
was a
to a
piece of
piece of
shit.
shit movie. So
I mean, were there any big? God, it's going back.
Well, Civil War, if you count.
That was May.
It's May.
Well,
Well,
still
I mean, it
technically-
seemed
that's like
like-
your tent pole.
and
Yeah.
Civil War made some money, but it was what, the 10th Marvel movie?
I was gonna say it seems like they front loaded the summer and then have started to backload it. They didn't do a whole lot in the middle of the summer. You had Independence Day, which was poopy.
I'm
Jungle
gonna-
Book was probably the big moneymaker in the
I'm
middle
gonna
of
say,
the summer.
I'm going to say, Kerry, the reason why no one went to see it is the same reason why we've had so few Star Trek movies in general. Star Trek's not that big.
Yeah.
Its fan base is
It's got name recognition, but
well, its fan base is older,
Yeah.
for one, and the younger ones they want flashbang, gee whiz. They're not necessarily looking for what we're looking for in Star Trek, and
A moral compass.
a moral compass, a star to set your ship by.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Which is what you think of when you get older. So.
I think it's going to have good legs for the summer. I am saying right now, if you have not seen Beyond right now, go see it in a theater. It's fun.
Whether,
But
whether you're a Star Trek fan or not, honestly.
there were a few. We talked about this about seeing movies on the big screen and whatnot. There are scenes in this film that need to be seen on a big screen.
Yeah, sure.
Where I was like, no shit. I know it's like gripping the handles of my seat, going, oh shit. Like trying to hit warp speed by tipping the thing over the mountain cliff.
Because the ship, those ships don't fly in atmosphere. They bring that up, which addresses a gripe from old school Trek fans because the original Enterprise from the classic timeline was built at a space dock, and the new Enterprise was built on Earth, and so people were complaining about that, and they actually address it. They're like, oh no, when the Franklin was built, they built them in space in. They don't have atmospheric capability.
Yeah.
Well, because classic Trek Enterprise never had atmospheric capability. They couldn't afford it.
Yeah. They would have. They would have if they had the budget.
But what's happening also is this movie was so endearingly entertaining to me that the lady that was talking at full volume through the whole fucking movie didn't bother me as much as she normally would have. And I think that might be why movies are suffering, because people are finally saying, I am sick of going to theaters and listening to fucking baby boomers who can't shut up.
Well, we can jump into that for a second because Leigh and I just went to go see, as we record this, Suicide Squad yesterday, and I saw it at the we saw the screening.
Yeah.
again, I'm spoiled with these screenings because
You flat out say I have to see it with civilians. I'm dreading this.
Yes,
Well,
and
that's how I am now with movies.
and I didn't catch it till the last 5 minutes of it. But Kat was like, "No, this person was like full on just fucking talking." Like in the back row. Now, granted, we're at Broovies.
She paid to sit in a theater and talk to her friend.
Yeah, and then the other guy was taking pictures.
I'll save you.
Yeah.
I'll save you $10, you moron.
Yeah,
Go to a coffee shop.
but Kat had to be like she shushed him pretty fucking loud.
You
and
shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't.
And that's people say to me all the time. I'm like, I don't want to go to movie theaters anymore because there's always some asshole talking. One guy told me to fuck off, and I laughed about that one because it was like, okay, hillbilly, you want to go?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna fight in the movie theater. I've only got a few more years of that.
Yeah.
But I don't like paying money to go watch a movie. That's my church. I want to go to church. I want to be absorbed in the story. I want to see the gospel of cinema.
Yeah.
And some fucking yokel won't shut up, and then I have to tell him to be quiet because the theater won't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing.
And even if you go to the theater and tell them, hey, this guy won't shut up, half the time
do you
they
wanna
won't
hear-
stop
It
him.
was on the last episode that when I talked to Robert Redford, because I said, "Where do you see this going?" And he goes, "I go, do you see people just saying, fuck it, we're just gonna go watch it at home?" And he goes, "The only way I can answer this is hope.
Yep.
It's hope that we can figure out, he goes, movies belong in a room with a bunch of people on a big screen in the dark and enjoying it together. But that hope is fading with
Yep.
people who behave with fucking cell phones and talking and have no fucking manners anymore."
This is my example. I paid to see Ghostbusters 3D IMAX
Oh,
for two
So
people.
which I was
$20
told.
bucks each.
So like $40.
$40.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
told that's the way to see that.
Because
Yeah.
once you drop $40 for two people to see a movie, maybe you're going to behave.
Well, some lady paid $20 for her fucking loudmouth 3-year-old to come in to the screening, and the kid was screaming through the first third of the movie,
Yeah.
screaming, and I was just about to walk up and go, "Lady, you owe me fucking $40." Like I was this close to doing it, but she finally dragged the kid out because I think everybody was looking back.
I've had more movies.
Going, I spent $20 for this shit.
I've had more movies refunded because if you go and complain, the theater
They'll refund
management
you.
will refund you
Yeah.
before they'll kick the people out for talking.
I got a family kicked out of X-Men too.
I can save the theater chains a ton of money. You don't need to invest in IMAX. You don't need to invest in D-Box. Invest in an usher.
They do that at
An usher.
Yeah.
There's a theater in
That's it.
The usher's going to tell you to put your phone away, but the
Yeah.
usher isn't going to tell you to be quiet.
That's part of the usher's job.
I
is
went-
to tell you to be quiet.
There's a theater chain in LA, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. It's got the big dome. It's like old school.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's in Hollywood and
Cinemark,
no, it's not Cinemark.
Megaplex,
Nope. So we
Carmike.
I walk into this theater. I went to go see that Wes Anderson movie, Moonrise Kingdom, and I went with a couple of friends. It was a public screening, and they're like, "Oh, just so you know, like it's kind of a little weird at this theater. You walk in and then like take your ticket, and then there's an usher who kind of tells you like not talk and put your cell phone away, and they kind of sit there for the first 20 minutes of the movie to make sure that no one's talking." And I go, "Well, this is amazing."
Yeah.
That's how every press screening is.
Yeah.
I go,
I would if I had the money. And the funny part is, I'd go out of business almost instantly because there's another problem in movie theaters. I don't want to hear your fucking food. I don't want to hear your rustling popcorn. I don't want to hear your and the new one is now they have full service restaurants. So you've got people eating nachos.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. And I'm sorry, the hillbillies forgot how to eat.
Hillbillies forgot how to eat, or they have like the plastic bags that they just
Yeah.
keep wrestling.
Yeah.
You're like, just
So
pour it in your fucking hand, asshole.
You're rustling around. I'm sorry. I hate to sound like, and it's not the youth. They're part of it. But I've
both.
had more problems with baby boomers that are sitting there talking at full volume because that's the way it's been since VCRs came out.
Yeah.
And so they're, now what are they doing now? Hey, what do you want to eat when we get home? I don't fucking care, Martha. Watch the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
That's what you came here for. Or did you pay $12 for air conditioning?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. And again, as going to the press screens, we're spoiled.
Well, and there's that new thing they're talking about where they're saying, oh, for $50 you can watch the movie in your house.
And Redford's completely against it.
And guess what? Well, of course he is. But guess what? I've got a really kick-ass TV with a really kick-ass sound system, and I've got enough friends that would make it cost-worthy.
I look at Kerry's TV in the other room.
Yeah.
I'd probably be all right.
Yeah. But 5 of us pitch in $10 each, and we've got a badass movie that we
Yeah.
can watch a couple times in 24 hours.
Yep.
And we can all watch it.
Yep.
As long as you guys don't mind if I text during it.
Go ahead.
No, that's what takes
I don't
pictures.
care if you mind me running around in a gray suit and jerking off in front of the screen.
Or if I bring a random baby.
I'm going to bring my 2-year-old niece.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the basement.
Wahoo!
Yeah.
We're doing a show.
I love this song.
Showtime.
I
Pay
love this
attention.
song too. But
Yeah, but who likes the Clash?
it's not my favorite Clash song.
It's not my favorite Clash song
No.
either. but
Train in
it's
Vain
Train
is
in
my
Vain's
favorite
good.
Clash song.
Mine is
Oh wait, Straight to Hell.
Straight to Hell's good.
I don't know. Daddy was a bank robber. That song.
Yeah.
That's a good song too.
You know what? I don't think I have one favorite Clash song.
You know what? You
There's
know
a
what?
lot of good ones.
You know what
Yeah.
movie uses Daddy was a bank robber?
Yes,
to
I
great
do.
effect?
Jimmy's never seen it.
I know, Jimmy. Jeez.
I know it without you guys saying it.
Uh-huh.
Rock and roller.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. There's a guy smoking some drugs and dancing with a gun to that song. Doesn't Guy Ritchie's King Arthur movie look amazing?
It
I
looks
haven't seen-
good.
I haven't seen any trailers for it.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
They showed a trailer to Comic Con.
I think it might be about a guy who's hallucinating a lot.
Do they have magic
is
and
it-
stuff?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Jude
Okay.
Law plays Merlin.
Is
I'm
it-
in then.
It's set in the modern day though.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
it's
so-
It's a
back
Guy
in the
Ritchie.
day.
It's a Guy Ritchie sword and sorcery movie.
Nice.
Did you ever
Nice.
see Man from Uncle?
Yeah.
You remember like all the rad like camera angles and shots?
Yeah.
Picture that, but like back in the day,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, before the '60s.
But
You know,
And I'm a huge King Arthur.
It's
fan.
an alternate timeline when Jax from Sons of Anarchy is King Arthur.
I'm looking at the London Calling track list.
Yeah,
That's a great
It's all
song.
good.
This is an album that everyone should own.
It really is. It's
It really
fantastic.
is.
I came into some money. You're filthy loaded. How about we buy everybody in America a copy of London Calling?
Death or Glory is such a great song. Oh, all right. Anyway,
I
sorry.
like Stairway to Heaven.
Shut up, Tony. Shut up.
actually,
Shut up. I'm going to eat all your fruits now. I'm going to eat all your fruits.
actually,
my fruits alone.
this reminds me. Someone requested us that we do a music edition of this show.
A musical edition?
Yeah.
Where we sing?
Oh, I hate music. You know I hate it.
You sang last night.
Okay, now I've got.
But I don't even remember.
She's like the wind.
Before I forget, because I have one last Star Trek thing, and then we're going to try this.
That looks like a ding dong.
This XO Cafe.
It's a wrench, not a penis.
Shannon, if your dick is red and green, you need to go to the doctor.
Tell me stories about Star Trek, Kerry.
So Brian Fuller, he's doing the Discovery, Star Trek Discovery, the new
And he
series.
did Hannibal and Pushing Daisies and
Yes.
Wonderfalls.
Someone asked Shatner.
That'll blow hard.
Why would you ask him anything?
Exactly.
What'd you have for lunch today? I don't like the new
I wasn't invited to the new series.
It was
now,
chewy.
now again, other sites would get this story and go, "He's going to be in it." Mm-hmm. No, the person interviewing him asked, "Would you be on it?" Now again, if an actor says, "Yeah, I'd be on it," doesn't mean they're going to be on it.
No.
Not the same.
No,
Hate that question.
that question sucks.
Hey, would
it
you like to
means-
be on television and make money?
In Shatner's
Sure.
case,
No.
in Shatner's case, it means they have a good pancake budget.
But here's what he said. He said he would appear on the show if he's useful to the story.
What, do they need a space manatee?
Framing his answer with the belief that Leonard Nimoy was wasted in the reboot films, which
Oh, was he?
which
you.
which
No,
he
You're mad
was
because you weren't invited.
no he's the reason that there is the reboot films.
Right.
He's the Kelvin
I mean,
universe.
I'll admit his dentures were distracting. but-
Yes. I said to Leonard, you're old when you go back in time and you're still old.
Yeah.
It's a cameo, and I thought that's a waste of time. He's
Yeah.
so talented. Why didn't they do something more with him? So
Maybe some poetry.
that's the way I feel about that. No one asked you, old man. Sit the fuck down.
Like he would have jumped all over that shit.
He would have fucking jumped on it in a heartbeat.
I wish Shatner had died in the 90s.
Now again, people
Oh,
say to me,
wow.
people
Dang,
say to
that's
me,
dark.
Willikers.
You know
No,
who's
I-
moderating him at Salt Lake Comic Con? You.
A fucking
now.
goat. I will moderate him. I'll say, hey, Shatner, I wish you had died in the 90s.
It's nice
And then
to
he'll
meet
say-
you.
Just sit across him and go,
Yeah.
first
Sup,
of all,
old man?
I don't need a moderator.
Yeah.
Second of all, here's the thing. People say to me, are you going to be sad when Shatner dies? And I'll say, no. Captain Kirk's my hero, not
Yeah.
Shatner.
No, Shatner's an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. Shatner's an asshole.
Yeah.
I'll be more upset when Anton Yelchin died than I will be when
Yeah.
Shatner died.
So anyway,
Yeah.
there's that.
No,
Unless that same Jeep kills him too.
Here, let's try this.
Meat Jeep.
Now,
It's like
That'd be
Christine.
weird. What if William Shatner gets killed by a bridge falling on him?
That would be
Well,
weird.
that would be the sad one because somebody actually read his real death and they had to reshoot it.
this is
Coffee.
Patron XO Cafe. It is a coffee liqueur made from tequila.
By virgins.
Smell it.
And this is
Oh, that smells so
this is,
good.
again, our sponsor. Now, this is really strong. So
You
don't-
can't
no,
drink
no,
this
no.
for two reasons.
you don't need much.
He's right.
You should fill that up for me.
No, you really don't. You don't need that much.
I
but-
do.
You do?
My
Okay.
mom said
All right.
that I need that full.
Okay.
By the way, that mom is the name of the voice
Now-
in my head.
Now, here's the thing about this is that you could serve it chilled, and I probably should have. But you know what I've done with this? I've poured it over ice cream. No shit, vanilla ice cream.
So I'm taking
You
this.
could put it in your fucking coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm taking,
Ben & Jerry's.
I'm
You're my
taking
only
this-
friend.
I'm taking this bottle home with me, and I'm pouring it over waffles tomorrow.
I have poured this over vanilla ice cream. and
I poured it over my mouth.
It was a wonderful thing.
Right over your teeth.
So there you go.
Oh
Thank
my gosh,
you.
This smells so good.
Patron.
It smells so good.
Coffee is
Are we doing
seriously
this?
one of my favorite things. I can't imagine life without coffee.
So Patron XO Cafe. Thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm not a coffee guy. That's pretty good.
Just hand me the bottle.
Actually, I hate coffee, and I kind of like this.
Hand me the bottle.
I know what I'm gonna drink up every morning.
Sounds
Oh
like
my god.
Isn't that
sounds
delicious?
like
Best part of waking up is
It's passing
Patron.
out because you drank Patron.
No, this is my new favorite thing. Like if I was
Isn't
a
it?
ghost, if I was a ghost that appeared in a mirror and told you the things they liked, this would be the first one.
Do ghosts do that?
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
okay.
What ghost lore is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's from Supernatural
That's his
season
fucking-
9.
yeah. That's
That's just inside your head.
that's the real legend of Bloody Mary. You say her name 3 times and she appears and tells you what she likes.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was
What, so it's like.
no. That's the no.
So
the,
what? Ghosts are like fucking Pinterest?
No, the new thing you say in the mirror 3 times. I said this on Facebook. It's President Trump.
President Trump.
Okay,
Don't say it again.
President Trump.
It might summon him. Ah!
people think
President
that that's
Trump.
going to help you get used to saying it if it happens. Now, I've been telling people I'm almost 50 for a couple of years now, and it's just making me sad. So stop saying it.
If I say it one more time, it's happening.
What, if he shows up? Cool, I'll murder him.
Well, that would be an assassination.
That would
You might go to jail.
No,
That
it'll
would
be a
be-
mercy kill.
Yeah. that would be
thing on his
murder.
head will get
Yep.
you.
That's his Secret Service number 1.
I hear his hairpiece can sense a predator.
I think his hairpiece is the predator.
Couple of items here. You had the PlayStation Network, right?
I do.
I do as well.
Power Season 2.
Yes.
Hope you enjoyed it,
I hope I didn't.
because it's not coming back.
It's not that good.
yeah,
It's
I
not
got,
really worth it.
It's been canceled.
Didn't get renewed.
Powers is a great comic, and you should read it.
Yeah.
Powers, the TV show,
yeah.
looks like it was shot on the same budget and soundstage as Mantis.
Is this the same guy who's in all the District 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Shabba-labba-loo-loo-loo.
Charlton
Charlton
Copley.
Carlton Sharpley.
Charlton Copley.
He was really good in the A-Team movie.
He was
actually-
good in
I
District
love
9.
You know what?
was.
I love the A-Team movie.
I
love
liked
the
it.
shit.
Yeah.
It was
He was,
good.
he was good in Elysium too.
The
The
18
accent's
yeah.
distracting.
He
but-
was good in Elysium. He was a creeper in
The
that movie.
A-Team movie is fantastic.
I
And
love
was
it.
directed by the guy that directed Smokin' Aces and
Yes.
Stretch. Mm-hmm. 2 of my other favorite action movies.
Yeah.
If I appeared in a mirror, I would tell you that.
Oh, you told me Stretch. I know Stretch.
Ghosts don't do that.
You live in the wrong house.
President Trump. I did it.
Ah,
I did it. I did it.
When I look in my ghost mirror, God, this
Now
is
we're
so
whales.
good.
My haunting is the greatest haunting.
This is
It's the classiest haunting.
a great
People,
great house.
I've heard people say that my haunting. All
I'm
right.
gonna break this fucking
People
mirror.
say I'm a rapist.
I'm breaking this mirror.
This is a great
And a
mirror.
murderer.
This is a great mirror. It's great. I love it here.
Okay. Now a warning.
Okay.
A warning
Yes.
Shit.
for
We're getting
all of
warnings,
you.
folks.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We're being flagged.
This November.
Is this our first yellow card?
Don't vote Trump.
This November. There's that. There's that.
Stop being political, Jimmy G.
Politics. Shut up, you stupid nerds. Just talk about boobs and shit and comic books.
But this November. Here's your first hint. The National Geographic Channel
That's too nerdy for me.
is going to take audience to outer space the way we haven't seen before. Producers Ron Howard, Brian Grazer,
Okay.
Mars.
You sure it's not Brian?
Mars is one of the
Wait,
producers?
Are you sure it's not Brian Gozer?
It says Grazer here.
That's a ghost I don't want to talk to.
Is the show Mars, a 6-part TV miniseries that blends documentary and science fiction to dramatize humankind's first trip to Mars in 2033.
Wait, That hasn't
So
happened yet.
half the show is like traditional drama. The other half of the show is to show viewers the closest thing possible to what an actual trip to Mars in 2033 would lie.
So
would be
they're
like.
learning.
So they're shooting
I
in
don't get it.
Arizona.
So that's my warning. They're tricking you into learning.
No!
Like when I watched 21 Jump Street.
I'll show you.
That's bullshit. Just watch Matt Damon eat poop potatoes.
Oh, potatoes.
So there's a really cool idea. A kid could be born on Mars, but he wants to go to Earth to meet a girl, but his lungs can't handle the
That's a
gravity.
movie coming out.
Shit.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, it is?
I knew that.
Yeah, okay.
What's
The
it called?
ghost told me.
I don't know.
It's called
Fucking
Mars Kid.
ghost.
The stories are then
Mars Kid.
Hey, Mars Kid! I can't breathe!
I get 2 tickets for Mars Kid.
see. So you'll watch that show, and then they'll trick you into sticking around for a documentary after the show, where you get Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I would
and,
watch that.
I'm in.
You know,
Yeah.
where they talk.
I will
about.
watch my future overlords tell me things.
But it's tricking you,
From producer Ron Howard.
yeah,
You know,
into
you can
learning.
I met his daughter.
You could take a cue from
Right.
this and actually teach sex ed by having a show like perhaps a drama about dating that actually got into the realities of sex, and then people would watch it and actually learn what they're not supposed to be doing and ways to stop from getting pregnant. Tony, in all seriousness, just because the state's leaders told you you're not supposed to learn about this doesn't mean you're not supposed to learn.
Tony doesn't have sex. It's just marinating it.
I learned about that on the
That's
huts,
true.
on the streets.
That's true. All right, here's another.
Bust out the sheet, honey.
This is
We're gonna pretend to be one of Leigh's ghosts.
Get out the baby making sheets, honey.
So I found the story about 3 weeks ago. I've been
a
saving
tarp.
it because I wanted to share it with you guys
What is this?
because this is just fascinating to me. A French court has
Oh, God,
has
almighty.
ruled that Luc Besson's 2012 film Lockout
Okay.
That's a good movie.
was a French
That's
court.
That's the space prison movie.
Yeah, a French court has ruled that that movie
Uh-huh.
was plagiarized from Escape from New York.
Oh, it is.
What?
A French court.
No, it is.
What does France have to do with this, though?
Apparently, this is where this
Well,
has
he's French.
gone down.
French copyright law actually extends until 70 years after the originator of the body of work
Okay.
dies. So they're going to give John Carpenter money.
Luc Besson owes John Carpenter almost $500,000.
Well, it's about
That'll
the
pay a
entire,
lot of,
that is the entire gross of that movie.
He's going
say
to buy
that.
so many Casio keyboards with that.
Right.
No, he's not. He's going to buy his Xbox gamer tag, membership. That's all he does now.
No, that Lockout was like this space movie where they had to send. I can't remember who was it. Clive Owen.
I think so.
I think it was Clive Owen, and
There's
they
a
had
guy
to
that looks like him.
They had to
Well-
send Clive Owen into a space prison to break out the
Well,
space
here's-
president's daughter.
Here's what they're saying.
I saw this.
Now, Besson
it.
has long denied that Lockout, which is about a convict forced to rescue the president's daughter
Guy-
That sounds
it was Guy
so
Pearce.
fucking-
It was
that
Guy
sounds
Pearce.
like Escape from New
from
York.
from an overrun prison
Right.
in space.
And then there's a hip hop caddy.
But New York's not in space.
Oh, and there's no
It
hip hop in
isn't?
space. Either.
They said that it was too close.
It is really close.
And so they've ordered Luc Besson to pay John Carpenter. Carpenter originally wanted more than 2 million euros. I mean, he was pissed about this.
so $60.
Yeah, but
no.
upon appeal,
Back then it was.
they said it was about $500,000.
I kind of remember this thing.
Yeah, and they just told J.J. Abrams he has to pay George Lucas for the idea.
More of the notes that the court decided in a statement said the heroes of both got into the prison by flying in a glider / space shuttle.
It's true.
The lead character's name is
Had to-
Jake Liskin.
Had to
Wait a minute.
His name's actually Ecans.
had to confront inmates led by a chief with a strange right arm,
Wouldn't it be Plake Sniskin?
No, it's Ecans.
found hugely important briefcases,
Yep.
and met a former sidekick who then dies.
Yep.
At the end of both films, the heroes keep secret documents
Yep.
recovered during their mission.
But
And the final scene is Kurt Russell crying in the corner
to be fair,
with an eye patch.
he didn't rescue the space president. He rescued the president's daughter.
That's what they said. That's
The,
the only
the president's space daughter.
president's daughter.
That's
Yeah.
the same argument as Vanilla Ice saying
it's-
dun 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 dun.
It's not completely the same, but it does have a lot of elements from it.
Yes.
Speaking of the French,
But it's a better movie.
Yes.
I actually saw a trailer yesterday. Like Jerry Lewis he made a new movie.
What?
A new movie?
alive?
Yeah, no,
He's 80 plus.
right, and it's actually, and I think it's like him saying, Goodbye. It's about a guy who's.
Did he kill himself on the movie?
I don't know. But it's about a guy whose
Career is
wife
over.
died.
Is he playing William Shatner?
And
About Schmidt? Is he remaking about Schmidt?
No, it's called Max something.
About
And it
Max?
No.
I really want to see Kathy Bates' tits again.
Oh, I don't. No, but I was watching it and I was like, this looks actually pretty good. I actually thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too.
I also hear he's agreed to appear on the new Star Trek.
No, he's not.
If asked, he'll attend.
Because
Does
if
he do
he's-
a
if he's
motion cap
useful.
as the spaceship?
same guy.
If he's useful.
I love Jerry
right.
Lewis.
Do you?
You know,
I think
there's
he's funny.
I like that band he was in.
It was Jerry Lee Lewis, you twat.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, he was thinking.
There's a scene from Rockabye Baby.
He was thinking of Huey Lewis.
There's
I
this
was
old
thinking
movie
of
called
Huey
Rockabye
Lewis.
Baby with Jerry Lewis. And there's this one scene that I will watch. If I'm in a fucking really down place, I will watch this one scene all the time. And it always makes me happy for 30 seconds.
What's one where he's roommates with the airline pilot, and the airline pilot kept bringing all the stewardesses home, and Jerry Lewis
I
Lewis
don't remember.
couldn't shack up with any
That
of them.
sounds like a Martin and Lewis thing.
It was.
Yeah.
But did you
Magic.
know, and you can look online for this, there's about 30 minutes of that infamous clown Holocaust movie that he did.
It's called Clown Holocaust.
The Day the Clown Cried is what it's called.
Oh,
Clown
no.
Holocaust.
Where he plays a clown who leads children into the gas chambers.
What?
This is a real movie.
Are
But
you
at,
serious?
But at the end, to be fair, he does fight Clown Hitler.
I wish. This is a real movie.
Wow.
And there's about 30 minutes of it available out online. that
Why did he
somebody's-
make this?
He made it and then he shut it down. He's like,
oh, that's a terrible
he's like, oh, this is a terrible idea. It's true.
He could have decided that when he saw the script. To go,
Yeah.
No.
He thought he was making a big art piece, and he had all these guys around him. It's a French-made film. All these guys around him telling, "Oh, Jerry, you are a genius." But I think he saw it and he went, "Oh, this is bad. This is terrible."
fucked up.
He should have had some more of this XO Cafe from Patron. Because then he would have made good
I can't believe we
decisions.
haven't talked about Jerry Lewis more.
Yeah,
on this
true.
show.
I know. All right, let's. What do you have, you two? We'll
neat.
wrap this up here.
All right, hang on. I'm almost there. Pulling it up. Pulling it out. That sounds awful.
Whoa.
Hey, and while you're out there, people,
What?
drink more Patron.
Yeah.
The Angry Birds movie is now out. I appreciated it for different reasons.
Yeah,
Well,
I took you to Hawaii.
You got a trip to Hawaii. So.
It's all right. Kat actually liked it a lot, which was interesting. Let's see. Gotham season 2.
Got ham.
You know what? Gotham season 2.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Wait until I die. Summon my ghost into your mirror. That's one of the things I'll tell you I like.
That doesn't happen with
President Trump.
Gotham season 2 is
God.
fantastic.
That's like
And
the fifth time you said it.
That Mr. Freeze story arc.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I told you.
It's so good.
Yes.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is now on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. And coming soon is a TV series.
By Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell on Wheels season 5.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't make
That's
Mormons
the
happy.
trade. Yeah. Mormons don't like that.
No.
That's the Old West train show.
Why do we not like this?
Well,
you're not
because
portrayed well.
this-
Oh,
very-
okay. Well, most media. Yeah.
well, at first they're portrayed very well, and then a bad guy becomes an elder.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of a movie called Microwave Massacre?
Yeah, sure.
That's coming out.
I'm in it.
On
I've
Blu-ray.
been living that this week.
I play a microwave oven.
Microwave.
It's about the dirtiest microwave you've ever seen.
No, the microwave's clean. The toilet's filthy.
The burrito blew up.
Are you talking about the universal quantum microwave that every 7-Eleven shares? It just exists in one taste,
Hey,
time and place.
hey!
Don't
What?
talk about the secrets.
I worked at a 7-Eleven. I know.
but you signed.
I had to clean
I know
that
you
thing.
signed the paper.
I never saw my
Yeah,
daughter
sign that
again.
There's an NDA at the 7-Eleven.
It's a special microwave that appears and
Hey,
exists in
shut up,
all
you.
7-Elevens at the
Every
same
one of
time.
them. An orange bang is made of dreams.
You're going to have to edit this out.
I'll have to take that
Yes,
out.
please. Our overlords will destroy
Every time I
him.
think of this show, The Vampire Diaries season 7, every time I think about it, remember when we did the interviews at San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went there, it was a couple years before that, and I'll say I jimmied my way into it.
Yeah.
And I just sat down in one of those rooms, and they're like, I was like, who are we interviewing? Like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, it's the cast of Vampire Diaries. I go, awesome, I'll see you later.
The Originals is a better show.
The Burbs is on Blu-ray.
Oh, my God.
That's a great show.
Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher.
And what's his name? He was nominated for an Oscar in Dakota. Is that what it's called?
Tova Borgnine.
No, old man.
Ernest Borgnine.
Shit.
Ed Asner.
No. What is it called? It was him
I
and
don't know.
it was Will Arnett. Not Arnett. Will Forte.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Dern.
Box
Bruce
light-
Dern.
Box
Bruce
light-
Dern.
Box lightning.
Yeah, we did it together.
Teamwork. Makes
Did
the
it.
dream work.
I still think it was Ed Asner.
A great movie. I actually love this one as a kid. The Great Outdoors with
yeah.
That's
Dan
a shitty
Aykroyd.
movie.
I like it.
Dan, no, I love it. Dan Aykroyd, the John Candy.
It ends with a great song called "The Land of a Thousand Dances."
Yeah, right.
I know that song. I didn't need the movie. I know that song.
Well, fine
na,
then.
na,
You
na,
know.
na. Wilson
Na, na, na,
Pickett,
na,
classic.
na, na,
All right.
Raiders: The Story of the Greatest Fan Film Ever Made.
That's those kids that made that movie.
It's like a shot-for-shot remake of
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. I
Right.
think.
The sex scene's weird.
I can't get enough of this Patron.
I can't get enough of this Patron. I need to call a lift.
That might be it. I don't think anybody gives a shit that Beethoven's on Blu-ray.
Oh,
No, I don't.
The dog movies?
Yeah.
oh, wait. I thought you were talking about the one
like
that was
that scene.
nominated for. Oh, that was Amadeus.
I like the scene when the guy yells, Beethoven! And the dog
Charles
like,
Grodin, man.
Yeah, and the dog breaks
Good old
something.
Charles the Grodin.
Charles Grodin's funny.
I love that song.
He is. I liked him in So
He
You
was,
Married an Axe
he
Murderer.
was so good when he was on Louis.
I liked
Oh
it when
yeah,
he was
yeah, he was great on this first second season of Louis.
the Great Muppet Caper.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because he was
Midnight
romancing Miss
Run,
Piggy.
Midnight
Mid-
Run,
Midnight Run's
with
the shit.
Robert De Niro.
That's
I
a good one
liked his
too.
talk show because he really made me scared all the time.
Yeah,
Because his pancake makeup was really thick.
games.
If you got the 3DS and you like Metroid, you might want to avoid this game, but it's
What?
coming out anyway. Metroid Federation Force.
I'll play it.
I understand.
There's actually no main character for Metroid in this game.
So
it's
it
about
just shares the name.
yeah, it's about other characters that fight and
that's
and
not good.
you shoot things.
That's like making a Halo game without Master Chief.
kind of,
Why
yeah.
would you do that?
I don't know.
You don't. That's why.
Yeah. If you like the car racing, F1 2016.
Does it have machine guns?
No. These are Formula One racers.
Does it have machine guns?
No. Doesn't even have fenders.
Seriously, the genre of video game where your car has machine guns
Twisted
and
Metal.
rockets. I know, but there aren't enough of those.
There aren't
I don't want to
anymore.
play a race. I want that.
Well, I think Carmageddon's out again. but-
Carmageddon, I kickstarted that
Yeah.
fucker, and it's not very good.
Actually,
Yeah.
the Cars 2, you know, from
Yeah,
the movie, the
yeah.
Cars 2 one,
That was a good one.
has that.
But I want to drive a Prius
Well, it's a
With a-
talking Prius.
with a
It's-
rocket launcher and a
yeah.
flamethrower. It's
No,
got
they're-
that.
One of them.
A talking Prius that sounds like it's on
The
NPR.
money you
Yeah.
save on gas, you can invest in ammo.
Just watch as I fire this rocket at you.
And next up, tuba throat singing.
And for some reason, Tropico 5 is getting another version coming out on PlayStation 4. This is the complete collection. It's got all the DLC and stuff.
When was the last Twisted Metal? Was it black?
I want to say black on PlayStation 2.
God, was it
So,
that long ago?
Tony, do you have any news on season 2 of Overwatch?
No, they haven't showed
Because
anything
we
on
didn't.
that yet.
The whole thing with them dropping Ana as a character that just came out of nowhere.
Wait, what?
Ana?
Oh,
the
I thought
sniper.
you meant like getting rid of her.
No,
no,
she just
yeah, she
they
got
just,
added like
just showed
a
up
couple
out
weeks
of
ago.
nowhere,
Yeah.
and so
It's Farrah's mom.
I
How
should
crazy
tell
is
you,
that?
Kerry, the reason why you would love this game. There's a giant gorilla who wears body armor named Winston, and he wears glasses,
Winston.
Spectacles.
and he wears spectacles, and he shoots a Tesla cannon. It fires electricity at everything, and sometimes he takes his glasses off and just beats the shit out
Gets
of everything.
really mad and starts smashing everything.
You had me at Winston.
yes.
But I love this game because I can go gorilla crazy on all the pretty people.
Ah,
So
okay.
And then also this game called Grow Up.
that's
Coming
the
out
game I
for
play every
PlayStation
day.
4,
Is it
Xbox One,
Adam
and PC.
Sandler and Rob
PC.
Schneider and
No.
Oh.
No, it's got kind of neat, blocky, indie-style graphics.
Is this starring every woman I've ever dated?
Yeah, they tell you to grow up.
Every chapter of the game ends with the
Grow
two
up.
Grow up.
Chapter 1, your grandmother. Grow up!
Grow up.
Chapter 2, your mom. Grow up!
That's it.
If that's like, is like an independent game kind of thing, like independent developer.
See, I'm pretty sure. I want to say it was put out by EA, but I think I'm thinking of Unravel. Let me click on it real quick.
Did you guys talk about the Life is Strange series that they're doing?
I don't think so.
Based off of the-
I'm living it.
We're talking about they're making a TV episode.
They're
a TV
making like
show of it.
a series based off of the Life is
Yeah.
Strange game, which is if you haven't played that and you want to be depressed about being a teenage girl, there you go.
I
But it
got
involves
a-
time
That sounds
travel.
great.
I got a time hop notification like a week or so ago, and it was me raving about it's called Video Games the Movie.
Uh-huh.
If you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm not sure where it's available, but it's all about independent game developers and the shit they go through.
Oh yeah.
And like one guy has an absolute fucking meltdown like in a hotel because his partner,
way.
who now he fucking hates, is like trying to bankrupt him. It's funny because the Utah Film Critics Association voted it best documentary of that year, and like we got like a full on handwritten letter sent to my house from the director was like, "Thank you so much." Like because no one it wasn't on anybody's radar. It never got nominated for anything else. But we all were like, "It's amazing."
When you see all this indie stuff happening, my son shot a post-apocalyptic western out in the desert last summer, and it's hysterical because everybody was friends, everybody was on board, and then the producer decided he hated the director and took all the footage and locked it up.
Sure.
And it's been held hostage ever since. And I know some other people have worked on independent games where somebody had a meltdown in the middle of everything and just corrupted all the files.
Yeah.
Hell, I've known podcasts like that. And on that note,
What do you say?
That sounds familiar.
Never once has our webpage crashed and been inaccessible to anybody.
no, it has.
And never once did I have to spend hours on the phone talking people off of ledges because of that.
Yes, it has.
You sure do get 6,000 likes in one day. That's how the internet works.
Yep. Mr. B, if you would please.
Grow up.
This fucking mirror ghost will not
President Trump.
stop talking about how much he fucking loves to eat more ham.
Oh, look at this Patron XO
President Trump?
Cafe.